Here we are. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for sharing your time with me and being here on a Friday and yeah, the start of the weekend. So I appreciate you guys being here. And Leah, I saw that you are here. Hello. Annie, thank you. Thank you for your kind words. Janet, I think I saw you here. Bora Bora. Hello. Thank you so much for being here. And Annie, I have to check this out. I used to watch it way back years ago, and now I haven't. So I'm gonna have to check that out. Thank you for sharing it. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing okay? We have a lot. There's probably more this month to kind of go over than there was last month. At the end, I pulled some cards for us to have at the end, and towards the end, I'm just going to give everybody heads up that I am going to I'll be discussing the shortages, and so and how that can be triggering for us too. So just heads up, I will be discussing that towards the end of the show. And oh, Teresa, hello, and Jessica, hello, Denise, hello. Oh, you guys, thank you for being here. Teresa, oh, Diana, hello. Oh, you guys, thank you. Oh, Maria is here too. Hi, Maria. Let me just check, make sure I didn't miss anybody before I get started. That looks like it. Thank you guys for being here. Oh, Julie is here. Oh, that's Jessica. Jessica, hi again. Thank you. Julie, thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all. I will go ahead and get started. And we have a big month coming up. There's major changes coming in, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Some of it is going to be chaotic. And yeah, not only it's going to be chaotic in the collective, but we're going to have some chaos in our personal lives too. And I'm getting this because the planet is shifting, and this energy is going to have us feeling like we're literally spinning out of control. And it's a reminder when we feel like everything is spinning out of control that we truly aren't in control. And it's the universe's way of just saying, you know what? Yeah, you guys aren't in control. I'm in control. And just to surrender and to breathe and just know that we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. Hi, Kat. Thank you for coming. Hello. And so this planetary shift is going to bring in some energy that could really mess with our equilibrium. It could make us feel dizzy, affect, if anybody's got vertigo, it could affect vertigo, ringing in the ears, and just feeling off. This is a huge one, and I don't know if you guys have been feeling it, but I am going to share with you. It, a lot of times when we have these major upgrades and we're ascending, we'll sometimes feel foggy and forgetful, but it's been a lot lately where I'm like questioning, like, what is going on? Am I losing my mind? I mean, for instance, the other day I was trying to, I have so many favorite flowers, and I was trying to think of my favorite flower, and I couldn't think of the name. And I'm serious, you guys, it started to scare me. I'm just like, why cannot I think of it? And I wanted to go Google it, and I'm like, nope, I have got to figure this out on my own. And eventually I did, but it's stuff like that where you just kind of go, oh my gosh, do I have Alzheimer's? But it's this planetary shift. It just has us feeling off. Tempers could be easily flared this month, and just a little bit more frustration. It's going to require us to have a little bit extra discipline and patience for this month. And it's just kind of a reminder, and we all know, just to be careful with our words because of the triggers, because there's going to be a lot of triggers this month. And they literally showed me with this planetary shift, they showed us like we're all in a snow globe, and we're all in there, and the snow globe is in a little kid's hand, and the little kid is just like shaking it like there's no tomorrow. And that's what they showed me, the planetary shakeups. I also got something with our Treasury Department, and then I heard it's on center stage. And telepathy, this was really interesting. Our consciousness and our frequency is rising. And so, it's a given that this is going to come in, and, and we talk about that, that this is going to be something in the future, but I get that it's already going to start, and it's going to be a slow and gradual process, which is good, because we don't want to get hit with it just like bam. And so I thought that was really cool. And again, more time slips this month, and I know a lot of you have been having them. And I know on Monday we had a scheduled power outage here in California, and so we were without power on Monday. And I had been panicking because I thought we had the dream show at that evening, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm not going to have power, I'm not going to be able to do the show. And then it was like mid-afternoon, I realized it's like, oh, it's Monday, it's not Tuesday. So a lot of that, and it could even be, it's like, oh my gosh, what year is it? What month are we in? That sort of thing. And there's going to be, they said, lots of water this month in the weather and our emotions. I got heavy rain, flooding, tsunamis, tornadoes, and they showed me literally trees like fallen, being uprooted. I got earthquakes and more volcanic activity, and I got Hawaii, Indonesia, Yellowstone, Mount St. Helens, and I got that for the rest of the year. Okay, I'm just going to take a quick drink. So a lot of the emotions, some of us are going to be doing like a huge deep dive and purging traumas from this lifetime and past lifetimes, and purging and old ancestral cycles and all that crud that is not in alignment with the vibration that we are at right now. For some of us, we are going to take it, some are going to take a little easier dive into the release. And people are going to just be the ones that aren't going to take such a deeper dive are going to be purging what no longer is working. And that's just as much work too. So stuff that's not working in your life, such as work, home, relationships. And I heard them say, what old patterns and habits are you ready to release? And so, question to, all of us, if that's kind of where we're at in our healing process, what are we ready to release and let go of to heal? Career changes are going to be big this month. Shifts in jobs, employment, And some people might even just have an epiphany of, you know what, I just don't want to do this anymore, or I would like to do this. And so huge career changes this month. I also got play, and this is so important for all of us, that we remember to play. And life gets so serious, and with everything going on in our personal lives and in the collective, it can just be a lot to take in. So they're reminding us to have fun, and they said make plans for what you want to do this summer. They said, what have you been holding off on doing? And they said to do it. Or, what have you been wanting to see? Where have you been wanting to go? They're saying do it. Fatima, hello. And Barbara, hello to everybody. Hello to everybody that has come in. Thank you. Oh, Sonia, hello. I think I saw you. Gina, hello. Sharon, oh my gosh, you guys, thank you. There's Karen, hello. I feel like I missed somebody. Sonia, I saw you here. Thank you for being here. Oh my gosh. So have fun, play, be silly, get out the bubbles, do things that bring you joy, whatever it is that brings that joy and happiness into your life. And then they wanted us to nurture our creativity. So whatever that is to you, is it singing? Is it dancing? Is it painting? Is it journaling? Is it writing? Is it cooking? Is it hiking? Walking? Is it gardening? And they also wanted just to kind of put this little reminder into us to think about what is it that we used to do when we were younger that brought us so much happiness? What were those things? And how can we foster those back into our life? And so just being creativity and being creative and using those creative juices, and also think of it as what can you do, or what did you do that you used to get lost in time, where you would, a hobby or something that you would do. I mean, it could even be decorating, just something that you just get lost in time. They want us to nurture more of those things this month. And the upgrades this month are not going to be as hot and heavy as they were last month. And it's a good thing because of the chaotic energy that is coming in. But I get that our heart chakra is going to get upgrade this month. And so this can weigh, with these upgrades coming in, it's going to have us purging all those things, that I just talked about, all those emotions and everything. It's going to have us working through that, so that higher frequency can come in, so we can shed those lower ones. And so it can have us feeling more sensitive, more vulnerable, just to really love on yourself unconditionally. And, if you have rose quartz, green aventurine, even lavender would be really good to have, and to foster in these upgrades, so that they come in, with ease and grace. There you are, Sonia. Or no, there's Barbara. Sonia, hello. Rush, hello. So yeah, so if you have any of those crystals, green aventurine, and any of the crystals that that you use for your heart chakra. And again, and I know I talked about this, I think it was on somebody else's show, or maybe I talked about it last month, but we're still going to have these extreme body temperature fluctuations where all of a sudden we're just like hot, like we're ripping the clothes off and taking the layers off, and then it's like, okay, now I'm freezing. And this is going to continue for this month. It's maybe not going to be quite as extreme, but I do get that we're going to still be feeling some of it, because as we're peeling away that old energy, it peels away that old energy that we've been holding on to, because it's not matching that higher frequency. So when we peel that away, it causes the body temperature either to spike or to like really cool down. And so along with that, some of us with the upgrades coming in these ascensions, you know, it's again, and I feel bad even saying it again, but some of us still might just be feeling fatigued. And I know last week I was really, no, it was this week. See, now I just time jumped. There, I did it. This week I really fatigued. I was struggling with a sore throat and headache. And we're going to be feeling some of that again this month. Change in appetite is going to, you know, where we're starved or we're just feeling like we're not even really hungry. And it could be even a change of what we no longer need something, you know, something that we used to really enjoy, we no longer do. And that could be coming in this month. But with this energy, it's going to be really easy to get overstimulated. And I'm finding it myself where I get overstimulated really quick and really easily. And so however you need to nurture yourself, and I would recommend this, and this is for entertainment purposes only, a digital detox, whether it is for an evening, you know, for a day, you know, for a weekend, whatever. And maybe you're like, no, that just doesn't work for me. And that's fine too. However it is that you can regulate your nervous system, and, you know, just even going outside or whatever works for you, just incorporate more of that this month. And we have the full moon on May 12th. And this is going to usher in some incredible downloads, especially for our clairs. And so this is going to really heighten our intuition, which is super cool, because we're seeing this every month. And I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. And, you know, again, and I give out these names every month, and it's just bizarre sometimes the names that come in, and I don't know what to associate, because I just hear their names and I put them down. And so I get that we're going to be hearing about them. They're going to be in the news. Maybe they're going to be, you know, doing something in the community, in their area, a movie or something. But I heard Bernadette Peters, Sandra Bullock, and Annette Benning. And so we could hear something from them we could hear something about them between now and midsummer is what I got. And some of you, I think, you know, have maybe heard me talk about this. I have been hearing June 6th, and right around June 6th, something happening. And so, you know, I'm going to see if I get more information for the energy update in June, and we can see what's happening then. And the same with the 4th of July. The 4th of July, I just keep hearing 4th of July. And the other thing that I have heard is the second week in June, we really need to be aware of our surroundings. And so now to the tariff shortages. And so will there be tariff shortages? Yes. And thank you. And we're already starting to see it here in California. I was out the other night and there was already empty shelves. I placed a grocery order earlier today, and I was unable to get some things that I had on my list. She said that they were out, the shelves were empty. And so by no means is this to instill fear at all. This isn't what I'm trying to do. It's nothing to do with fear. It's just the knowledge that I have that I want to share with you guys so that you have it and you can take with it whatever resonates with you and whatever you feel like intuitive that you need and whatnot. And so I'm just going to share with you that these tariff shortages could be triggering for some, especially if some have PTSD from 2020. So if you've been struggling with PTSD from 2020, there could be triggers now with these shortages. And I also got, if you have experienced scarcity in this lifetime or in past lifetimes, this could be very triggering for you too. And so, however you need to work through it and nurture yourself and there again, I'm going to share some things with you that I have been prompted and heard to get. And so I'm just going to share these with you. And there again, you take whatever it is that resonates and you can leave and just leave the rest. So I have been getting spices. If you are needing spices, that would be something to pick up on. And by no means do we need to panic buy, but it's stuff that you may want to have on hand because you don't want to run out of it. You don't want to run out of it, or you don't want to pay astronomical prices for it. So spices, paper products, toiletries, chocolate, coffee, canned goods, and the canned tomatoes that you get from Italy, olives, olive oil, clothes, shoes, supplements, and any pet food, litter. And I was even looking at my cosmetics and I noticed that some of them were made in France. And so, depending on where you're at and whatnot, but those are just a few things that you might want to take a look at. And there too, it's entertainment purposes only. Alcohol came up this month as far as really watching your consumption and making sure that you're not overserved or overindulge. And so, and with this chaotic energy, it's probably a good thing just to be aware of it. And great month to plant your garden. And I heard plant extra so that you can share with family, friends, and neighbors. And I don't know if you guys watched my 2025 predictions. I remember talking about, and when the stuff comes in, all I do is just kind of relay it to you guys. And so sometimes I don't know the messaging behind it, but I talked in my 2025 predictions about we would see this year at some point the barter system. And so, I have these, I have these cuties, or I have this fruit and somebody else needs this. And can we trade for this and for that? And I got that we will see communities start doing this, individual communities and social media, just kind of doing the barter system. I planted a lemon and lime shrub out front, and I have it right alongside the sidewalk out front. And the reason I planted it there is so anybody that would walk by, in the neighborhood, they could pick fruit if they wanted it. And that's where I planted the roses too, so I could share those with the neighbors. I got that, and this is, it's a good thing. I got that May is going to be a fertile month. So, for planting our gardens and flowers and whatnot, that it's going to be wonderful. But I also heard for pregnancy too. So, just keep that in mind. All of a sudden you might hear somebody saying, "Oh, guys, I'm pregnant." I got fertile month for May. I also heard Louisiana. I kept hearing it. So Louisiana being in the news this month. And then the upgrade is on our heart chakra, and and so this was interesting that we know we need to take extra care of our heart this month, but we also need to take extra care of our lungs, our upper respiratory system and immune system this month. And the reason I got that is due to the anxiety and suppression that we may have this month. And so really expressing yourself, expressing your words, your thoughts, your emotions, and not holding them in are going to be crucial this month, to just really letting it out and express your feelings. Express, not suppress. And love on everybody. Send love, give love, extra hugs, to people, your loved ones, your friends, sending virtual hugs, actually giving hugs. And, if you're alone, hugging on yourself is going to be a beautiful thing this month. And then just being outside now that it's May, that it's warming up, and just getting outside, whether it's to sit or take a walk or go for a hike, and just getting that sunshine is going to be really, really beautiful. And so they say even with birds, just listening to birds for 6 minutes a day raises your vibration and helps your immune system. So just sitting outside, listening to birds, the nature, sitting in the grass, having your feet in the grass, and it's going to also be so grounding. I also got, if possible, to stick, if you could, just stick extra money away, that this would be a great month to do it, if at all possible. And then lastly, I get Jasmine, and I have some in my diffuser right now. Jasmine is going to be a great oil, fragrance, flower to have this month, because it brings us balance. It's going to help with that emotional healing, the upgrade that we're going to be getting on our heart chakra. So the jasmine is going to be really beneficial for that. And it also helps us to release that trauma that I was talking about, that we're going to be working through, when we get that upgrade on our heart chakra. And it also helps with our sleep too. And getting that, going into that deep REM sleep, it helps with that too. And prophetic dreams. So whether you want to use it in a diffuser, I have some planted outside, putting it under your pillow, on your nightstand, putting it in a bath, all of that would be really, really good to have. Infinity, hello. Hi. Right, Diana, I love jasmine. That's one of my favorites. Hi, Froxy Roxy. I'm gonna protest in about an hour in my town every Friday. Yes, you go. You go, girl. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And there too, it's that we just talked about that. You're not suppressing your emotions. You're letting them out. So however we need to do that, that is wonderful. Hi, Play Love Remember. Thank you so much for being here. Right, Jules? They are. Food banks are a lifesaver. I love crows. I love them. What a beautiful! I bet that was a beautiful meditation. Okay, I think I said hello to everybody. If I missed anybody, I am sorry. I have a couple cards. Oh, Diane, I just saw you here. Hello. Hello. Oh, that would be right. Express, not suppress. That would be a fabulous t-shirt. I love that because I mean, how healing. And I get that if we hold back this month, it's going to affect our lungs and our upper respiratory system. So I will share with you the cards that I got. And when I pulled these, I asked for the month. So just, just extra insight, extra wisdom that we can take in for the month there too, because I think the knowledge is power. So the first card I got was protect. And it says, you're being asked to protect yourself and your energy. It's okay to want to give your energy. It's okay to want to give to others, which you do effortlessly. However, it's important, though, that we set healthy boundaries with the energy before doing so. And actually, that's what I talked about. That this month it's really important to have that equal exchange of energy. And they said now is the time to get some protection in place. And so protecting our energy, making sure that it is it's matched, it's equal, and then protecting our energy, just putting that bubble of protection around us and protecting our energy with with the smoke of sage and Palo Santo and all of those other modalities. Positive affirmations, and this one is huge, and I am just a true believer in positive affirmations. And on it says, I love myself, brave, I choose love, beautiful, worthy, grateful, and healthy and happy. And so those are some really beautiful affirmations. And I think practicing them along with gratitudes is really wonderful. This one is be present. Be present, and it says, you are ungrounded and spending too much time in your head. And I think we are. I mean, I think a lot of us are, because there's so much going on, in our lives and what's going on in the world and the collective. It's a lot. So that whole spinning that I think that I was talking about earlier, it's funny how these cards are matching up. We're spending too much time in our head. Something has caused you to retreat to the mind. So it's time to bring your consciousness to it, so you can resolve it and start living life more fully again. And so that whole equal I was just going to say balance, and that's the next card. We'll go into that. It's bringing balance, that whole balance of you're putting too much energy into something, creating lack somewhere else. Take action now to correct the situation or further risk imbalance, which could lead to undesired results. So good. I mean, this is a good reminder to myself, and that those healthy balances, because I tend to work probably way more than I should. And it's just a reminder, there has to be a balance of free time and family time and work time, and dividing those times out so that there's an even balance. You guys, I thank you. I thank you guys for being here. I thank you for spending your Friday with me and sharing your time with me. I love and I appreciate all of you. And I hope that you can take some of this and it helps you for the month. And I might be even called to check in and just do a mini update mid-month just to check in and see how everybody's doing. But for now, you guys take care, have a wonderful weekend. And I just thank you. I thank you. I thank you for subscribing. I thank you for sharing the video. And I love you guys. And we will see you again soon. Bye-bye.